Hey y'all, it's Hndrxx. Like I say, welcome back to another video. Today we got another Memory Lane video, and we're gonna do Future's 2017 album Hndrxx. Now, Memory Lane, basically I check out an album that came out like a couple years ago and see if it still holds up today and if I still like it. Yeah, just no like type of reaction just to like older projects and stuff. And for this album, back in 2017, this was like around the time that I was starting to get into Future's albums and stuff like that, and this music in general. Hndrxx is honestly not only my favorite album from him, but my favorite album of 2017. Now we're, what, like 4 or 5 years later, and I'm gonna see if it still holds up today. And plus, he did announce last year that his next album is gonna be Hndrxx 2, so I'm looking forward to that. But we're here today to check this one out and see if it holds up. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
This coding ain't got nothing to do with my little child. Technically, I never packed up and leave. Even if I hit you once, you part of my collection. I don't know how you would feel about me if I ain't have millions, yeah. I don't wanna sound like I'm being rude with you. Anytime I got you, girl, you my possession.
That's still a pretty good song to start off with an album. I remember I used to listen to this song quite a bit. I thought the production overall was pretty good. It sounds really cool. Kind of has like a bit of a darker song, but not like too dark. A bit of a chiller song, I guess you can say. A bit more vibey. Future's performance, again, I think his voice is really good. I think his delivery is really good. Subject matter, I really don't have that much to say because Future, I don't feel like you really go for him for subject matter. Part of my collection, like, of girls that he's been with, I guess you can say. But yeah, overall I think that's a pretty good song, and I'll give it a certified thumbs up.
They fuck around, now a nigga gotta shame you. I might have fucked around, might have raised up the bar. And it's for weakness, still coming out strong. Nowadays if they don't have a story, they gon' make one. Must have know who I am. Tell me, boy, I think the mind is starting to change you.
This song, I actually like better than the first one, I think. Really enjoyed The Weeknd's performance. I think vocally he was pretty good. And then Future, I thought he was pretty good too. The one thing I will give this song is that like my collection, I feel like had better production. But I like the production on this song too. It's solid production. One of those songs that's basically talking about fake people around you. They talk down on me, now working on where I'm at now, and just talking about overall how the rap game is. Decent subject matter, I didn't really go in depth with it or anything like that, but it's decent nonetheless, and I'll give it a certified thumbs up too. Really good song.
VIP section burning like a chill. This time when you speak real slowly, sound like you singing. Lay low. We take shots, freeze, Louis V on my carry-on. Yes indeed. Pick it up for my dogs in the cage.
Probably one of my top songs from this album because one, unlike the other songs, is a bit more of like a hype song in a way, just by the production. Also, I really like the instrumental to it, and I like how at the beginning of like his second verse, it pauses for a second and the bass just hits hard again, and the song continues. I really like that part. Future's delivery and flow and everything, like overall his performance was really good on here. And I gotta say, that's probably still like one of, if not my favorite song on here. Certified thumbs up to that. Next song.
That's up, done, dice up. Long nights of the wake up. Fuck a nigga life up. Not trying to fuck a nigga wife up. Whip round and band that tape so long.
Money coming so fast.
Go bottle for my life up. Too busy to say I've been there for you.
We're 4 for 4 right now, which I am happy to say because this song still hits. I don't even remember really listening to it like that, but hearing it again, I still think it's a really good song. Really like production. Future's performance is really good. Just overall, just a really good sounding song, and yeah, it's certified thumbs up. You know how it is.
Piss you off, baby. Tell me what he do. Your son up from your baby daddy. I said for the streets and made my own lane now. Tell me what you using it for.
Future isn't the greatest singer out. Like, he can't really sing like that, but like for somehow he just makes it sound good. And this is one of like the many examples on this album. Really enjoy this song. I really love the production. It kind of sounds like either like you play in the background of like a movie, like in when it's like a jungle, like in like a forest scene or something like that, or if you're ascending to heaven. I don't know. It just kind of gives me those two vibes. I never thought I would say that for a Future song, but here you go. Again, vocally, I think he does pretty well. The production really adds to it. And overall, I just think this song's amazing. So, certified thumbs up.
But I've been having way better luck since you're incredible. And put it on for the cops. I just wanna show you off. Hit it from the back, girl, you know I'm going ham. And you move your body, you're gonna have a change of plans. You will start and crash.
Although not as good as the previous song, Use Me, I still think it's again a pretty good song. Really good production, like Future's performance. Again, like more of like a slower, chill song in a way. This song basically is him talking about, I guess he found the right girl, and then how she basically makes him feel incredible in a way. And never thought I'd hear that from Mr. King of Misogyny. But yeah, it's a cool little switch up, I'd say. So again, like I'm gonna give this song a certified thumbs up. There's no song that I would skip so far.
Confess your love for me, testify. I wanna hear your heart part pound for pound. I wanna be arrogant when I say you my lady.
Can you do the bond like it's Bonnie and Clyde?
Can you keep it silent and don't ever bend? Don't you be afraid, I'ma guard you with my life. Wait.
Honestly, the way I describe the sound of this production, it sounds like a speaker's like underwater for some reason. Like, and that may sound like a bad thing, but it's not. I think it actually sounds really good, like production. Again, like Future's performance, more so a love song. So you into that? That'd be cool. I like it. This also used to be one of my favorites on this album, and I don't think so anymore because I think the previous songs I just played were better. But I still think it's a good song nonetheless, and I'm still gonna give that a certified thumbs up. It's been too long. It's all for you. Fun fact about this song, when this album originally came out, I honestly wasn't the biggest fan of it. Definitely the sound had to grow on me. I think it also had something to do with the fact that he dropped an album before this, was called Future, self-titled. And I was kind of disappointed by that album, and like I didn't really have like that much expectation for this album right here. But I'm not gonna lie, like when I was listening to it the first time, I wasn't feeling it until Fresh Air came on. Like that song kind of helped me like the album a bit more, and then eventually I listened to the other songs, and here we are now. I now really enjoy this album. This song was really good itself too. Really good production. Really good vocals from Future. Kind of reminds me of Use Me a little bit. Just a similar type of singing, And yeah, another really good song. So certified thumbs up.
I'll never hold you back.
Whatever you need.
You're pretty bad at something bird feathers.
I never miss love. Now, that's probably the first song I wouldn't give a certified thumbs up. It's not a bad song. I just think the other songs are just really good compared to this song. I just think this song overall solid for the production and Future's performance. I really like the hook. The hook's catchy, and I like the last little bit of the song. Those are the parts that are my favorite. But I remember, after Fresh Air, these are some of my more least favorite songs of this album, so we're gonna have to wait and see how these go. But Never Miss a Loss, that's a solid song in my opinion. Alright, I took a little break, but now we are back, and let's get right back to this album.
Quiet, keep quiet. Out the country for a couple months. I gotta keep it going. Hold me up and let me get right. Chain swinging, keep quiet, don't tell nobody the other way. I know you fucking him. Your girlfriends always say you richer than them.
I'm not gonna lie, like, it's not a bad song, but it's like, to me, that song has always been my least favorite song on this album. Like I said, not a bad song. I just like the other songs better. I just think they overall have better sound than this one, but it's still a decent to solid song in my opinion, but just not my favorite, you know.
More drugs than me, you must be hallucinating. Young nigga, this checking out. Fuck it up. Looking at my chain on down. And you put it down in the air, and one of my hoes falling in love. You did more person than you must be hallucinating. That bitch getting on my nerves, man. I said all I do is pop more bottles and give them to you.
Okay, that was a slightly better song than Keep Quiet, but still, like, I say this is like a cool, solid song for them to play, you know. And pretty much everything I said about the other songs, I think are just solid to okay, kind of applies to this song, so I really don't really have that much to say.
Girl, I thank you, cause you made me hustle. Put a time for the temperature. We got the yacht party, 100 strips, take recorded. It was perfect timing like a rolling. Girl, I thank you.
Now that song definitely picked up from previous ones. The only criticism I have about it is that like, it's a bit of a short song, but maybe that works to its benefit. I don't know. I just wish the song was a little bit longer. Future performance really good. I really like the production. I even like the, I don't know how it's the guitar, the bam 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 bam. I really like that instrumental right there, and just overall it's a really good song. I'll give it a certified thumbs up.
I'm so proud, I'm so proud. Say, we didn't know Illuminati, baby. And I'm freaking on you, gotta ride it like a goon. I can never see no hater, got 5% $10 around me. Black ties in the wait time, ooh.
That song surprised me. I wasn't expecting to feel that song as much as I did, because I always remember this one also being like one of my least favorites. Like, the three were Keep Quiet, New Illuminati, and Turn On Me. Those are like the three that I always like kind of like listen to the least. And Keep Quiet, again, is probably the least favorite song on here so far. New Illuminati, a bit surprising. You know, I am gonna give it a certified thumbs up because I overall like the sound of it, and it was surprising to me.
Put this dope in my system, I know you're gon' turn on me. Pass her off like a gun to a woman. I don't wanna put all the rings on you. I don't want to be a rich nigga like damn you motherfucker, all little nash. See so-called good girls turn on me. But they ain't never gonna have my heart.
I was feeling that song in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, but I think I changed my mind about Keep Quiet, and that this song is probably my least favorite one right here. I just feel like it's kind of like too slow, you know, like it's a little bit boring, I'm not gonna lie, in my opinion, and also I feel like the song overall could be a bit shorter, so that's really the first song on this album where it's just kind of to me, you know, but it is what it is. Saying all the wrong words, let's not be alone. Selfish.
I just need a blessing for your family.
Broken roses turning to dust. The second only song to have a feature on this album, and I would say it's a pretty good one. This might be an unpopular opinion, but like, I really don't think Rihanna's like the greatest singer out there, you know what I mean? I just heard better, you know, but I feel like she did pretty well with her performance on the song, and so the Future production was really good. I liked how they sung the hook together, and overall, I think it's a good sounding song, but I do like Coming Out Strong better than this song, but overall, I still think the song is certified thumbs up.
Gucci on sight, ayy, rolling on ice, straight from life, ayy, live a bad life. I've been going solo now. Jumbo shrimp, ayy, straight out the lake. I won't let you down, I don't wanna let you down.
When I was listening to this album like a couple years ago, like this was one of my favorite songs on it, and sadly that really isn't the case anymore. It's not a bad song, it's still solid production, solid performance from Future. Really not that much to say about it. It's just I heard better throughout the album, you know, so This song kind of like fell off to me, but it's still a cool song to listen to, I would say. Let's go on to the final song.
Times gotta be this way, ain't it? Shit don't feel the same. Don't break the lady. Forget,
I ain't really mean to hurt you.
The game doped up, every nigga using. I'm a real nigga, it's hard to accept me to hurt you.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut this song a bit short because it is a 7 minute and 31 second song. Possibly one of the, if not the longest song I've ever heard. But honestly, the length doesn't really bother me, I'm not gonna lie. Because I used to listen to the song a lot too. Like, this used to be one of my favorites right here. It still is. I'd probably say it still is. And I used to listen to the full 7 minutes on repeat. Yes. And I'm the person who complains about the length. But yeah, like, for this song, and for me at least, it didn't really bother me. I could see it being like a bit too lengthy for others, but for me, I thought it was pretty good. But I wouldn't mind if it was shorter, you know? But yeah, like a really good song, really good performance from Future, and I say a solid way to end off an album. So certified thumbs up. So that was Future's Hndrxx. How do I feel about it? Honestly, I feel like it still definitely does live up to when I first grew to enjoy it, like back in 2017. The positives I will say is that like it's well produced. I like the production, I like the instrumentals, stuff like that. I say the best produced song is Hndrxx, which is honestly my favorite song on the album, with good production and just overall good performance from Future. Speaking of Future, I thought he had great delivery. I like his voice like always. Well, most of the time. Singing, even though it's not the greatest, it works for this album. The production kind of enhances it a little bit. So I will give it that. So I think it's probably his best performance on the album. That's just my opinion. Subject matter wasn't like the deepest. It wasn't really the most interesting. But coming from me, that's like a minor complaint, you know? So it is what it is. I just really focus on how the music sound, and to me the music sound good, and that was enough for me. The criticisms I do have is that like after Fresh Air, the album did kind of dip in quality a little bit around the second half. Songs like Keep Quiet, Turn on Me, and stuff like that. Those songs were, and solos, those songs are just like, you know, cool to end songs to me, but nothing really special, you know. For it only being like maybe like 2 songs I didn't really care for out of a 17-song album, that's a really good ratio in my opinion, because this album has good songs like My Collection, Come Out Strong, Looking Exotic, Use Me, Testify, Selfish, and a whole bunch of other songs to where it's a good album, I would say. And honestly, I have some fond memories with this album. It really helped me throughout high school. It's, in my opinion, the best album that Future's ever come out with. His other albums are a big lackluster compared to this album. To hear that it still holds up today, I'm really glad that it does, and I'm definitely going to listen to this album more when this video's done. So for that, overall for this album, I'm gonna give it A. Really good album. Probably one of my personal classics of all the music I've ever heard throughout my life. And yeah, I'm glad I was able to revisit it. That was pretty much the end of the video. Be sure to leave a like, enjoy today's video, subscribe to more content from me. Try and hit 300 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you can help me out, I very much appreciate it. And honestly, at the end, I'm still hoping that Hndrxx 2 is as good as the first Hndrxx. But that's all I had to say. This was Trey Dynasty. Hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.